Welcome back, everybody. We are doing elements, what you need to know right now: fire, water, earth, and air. We're going to get started right away with the fire signs: Aries, Leo, Sag. Let's get into it. Fire signs, what you need to know right now. Full clarification. Alrighty, fire signs. Interesting. Okay. Fire signs. Overall energy is number 23, all tied up. I keep thinking that my camera's over here still, and it's not. It's in front of me. So, all tied up. And it's pertaining to number 1, main male. So, there could be an energy of you being stuck, feeling, no, I heard overwhelmed, but confused, up in your headspace, overthinking, overanalyzing, pertaining to a male, main male. We have a Queen of Cups. So it could be a water sign, Cancer specifically, but it's Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Then we have the Hermit card, Virgo energy, and the Knight of Cups. This feels like a love relationship, or pertaining to love, if you will, emotions, romance, possibly. Even if this person isn't necessarily a water sign, the Queen of Cups is kind, caring, compassionate, highly intuitive, psychic, but it could just pertain to your emotional sect. With the Hermit card, this feels very much, yes, it's a highly spiritual card, but if we're talking about a relationship, there could be an energy of kind of like somebody withdrawing their emotions or their energy, which in essence could leave you feeling stuck up in your head, not knowing what's taking place, what's transpiring. With the Knight of Cups, this is all about romance, flirtation, dating, things of that nature. And your underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have number 48, Angel of Balance, and it's pertaining to number 38, Toil and Labor. I feel like you're having a hard time balancing your energy around this specific person. We do have a Child of Cups, which tells me that I heard immaturity when it comes to emotions. And there's a need for strength, perseverance, Leo energy, to take your power back. Now, taking your power back doesn't mean this person's stealing your power. In essence, we're talking about you overthinking and overanalyzing every conversation, every word they say, whether they text, they don't. That's you giving your power away, and therefore it's keeping you feeling stuck or confused. What is the Queen of Cups? What or who is the Queen of Cups for Aries? I just realized that. There we go. Aries, Leo, Sag, I should say, fire signs. Okay, so we have the Knight of Swords. I keep trying to go to my old camera, and I'm not there anymore. I'm in front of me. The Eight of Wands and the Justice card. It's interesting. I should get another camera and just have it over here so that I can continue to just show that camera. Knight of Swords is fastest moving knight in the deck. They're coming in hot, right? Communication, possibly. But it also, they come out just as quickly. So again, I'm getting this energy of somebody who is there and then they withdraw. and then they're there, and then they withdraw. But I will tell you that in essence, that's actually a water sign kind of thing where they need to go and recharge their energy. With the 8 of Wands, this tells me that whatever communication or conversation you're having, possibly even an epiphany, download, guidance, it's coming in very quickly and bringing that balance. The Justice card, Libra energy, bringing in balance. It almost feels like you're trying to overdo it. You're overthinking. You're trying to overcompensate. You're possibly even putting in things that aren't there, that may not be benefiting the situation, like, oh, well, they're not calling, so they must have found somebody else. When in reality, they could literally be taking a nap. I mean, it's kind of like you're putting forth too much energy and effort instead of just going with the flow. What's the Hermit about? Ooh, that's interesting. The Hermit's about the Hermit. Virgo energy, the World card, Capricorn, Aquarius, and the 2 of Wands, which to me is the minor arcana of the World card. So the Hermit, doubling down on the Hermit energy, again, this person could be highly spiritual. They could, it feels very much like they're withdrawing energy and attention from you in order to stay within themselves, within their spiritual integrity, if you will. With the World card, it's about a cycle that's coming to an end. And again, it's turning the back on the old cycle, but having faith in the future. The doubling down on the Hermit tells me that you also should be going within and really getting in tune with your higher self, meditating, becoming emotionally sovereign. The 9 of Cups. To truly not concern yourself with, if you're working on you and giving yourself everything that you need, this person is either going to stay and reflect that to you, or they're going to disappear. It's that simple. There's no need to try to control, manipulate, overthink, overanalyze. What's this Knight of Cups? So the Knight of Cups is being clarified by the Death card, Scorpio energy, Judgment in the reverse, Scorpio energy. Could be dealing with a Scorpio. The 9 of Wands and the Tower card, Scorpio Aries energy. Lots of Scorpio. So there's a shift and change taking place. The Judgment in the reverse is about a lack of surrender. And I feel like you're transmuting that because on some level, it's coming from your chironic wounding, the feeling of needing, especially it's a fire sign trait as well, needing to control or be in power and control of everything and everybody around you. And I feel like there's a major shift and change taking place, whether you like it or not. It's life changing, but it's your energy and it's your love language and how it is that you are in love, the controlling, the manipulating, the needing to feel in power, right? It's as if there's fear involved, and ego is what it's about. Fear and ego. So in the underlying, what's the Child of Cups? So the Child of Cups is being clarified by the Judgment in the upright. Leanne! Yay! You made it for my first stream that isn't on the vertical. You know what I'm saying. The 8 of Cups in the reverse and the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. So the Judgment card tells me that when it comes to I feel it's very immature or childish way of love, where again it's almost like your inner child is the one seeking approval, seeking the love and attention not the adult you. There's a surrender and moving in a new direction. There is no emotional detachment. There may have been an emotional detachment by you or the other person or both of you on some level, because there was some dynamic playing out. With the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, whatever that old stability and security blanket that you were holding on to that wasn't serving you, that left you feeling like this, you're letting it go. That's what's shifted and changed. Also, there's a fight or flight that I think that you are no longer kind of like, oh, well, they're seeing, I'm just done kind of energy, as opposed to, it's a major shift when you go from a certain way of loving or believing that love should be a certain way, even if it's toxic. It's comfortable. So when you're switching out of that, it feels uncomfortable to be in the more healthier energy. With the Strength card, brand new emotional experience, you're finally calling in a new way of loving. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Three of Cups. It is a time to celebrate. And the Nine of Pentacles. This is where you're actually going to be able to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Now, yes, it looks financial, but it's energy as well. And you're bringing balance back into your situation. Your timing card, we have number 13, next summer, which I would say is the summer that's coming up. And, ooh, number 20, June. And then it's mutual. We're on the same wavelength, good or bad. You guys are mirroring each other, good, bad, or indifferent. So stay positive. All right, I'm going to shuffle and we will move on to water signs. Does it look different? Can you hear me? Like, I keep looking over here because that's where my camera was. But this, I don't think it was my internet. I think it was the service I was trying to use, the streaming app. But so far, I think this is working. It's new. It's different. Yeah, remember the one I tried and it kept like booting me out and it just wasn't working. It's good to see you. It's been forever. It's been a long time, Leanne. But I won't hold it against you. Forever, anyway. Okay. Almost done with the shuffle. We'll move on to the water signs. I say almost done. I have 2 other decks to shuffle still. Hello, Laura. All right. Oh, that's still in the reverse. Okay, final deck. Final deck of shuffling. Thank you guys for hitting the like button. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Okay. Water signs. Do I have... Oh my gosh, I don't have a timer. Well, isn't that interesting? Normally, there's a little timer that tells me where I'm at so that I can do the timestamps. Maybe that's the new thing. No more timestamps for you guys. Sorry. It's very much luck. Well, that stinks. Yeah, I guess no timestamp. All right then, water signs. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. What you need to know right now. I'm sure that there's a timestamper thing somewhere on here, but this is literally brand new, so I'll have to wait until I can find it or figure it out. One of the two. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, water signs. What you need to know right now. That's quite a few. Water signs. One more. Interesting. Oh, how'd that get flipped that way? Nice. Okay. Water signs, overall energy for this reading. The World card, which is telling me that you've come to the end of a cycle. There's something that is, it's time to celebrate. There's an ending of an old cycle, an old way of being, doing, or having. And it's pertaining to number 3, marriage, and number 2, main female. So it does not mean that a marriage is coming to an end. Of course, it can mean that. But this feels more so like it's talking about a way of doing marriage, or, I mean, we're talking about cycles. So it's a programmed cycle. Now, whether it was programmed intentionally or unintentionally, and now you're shifting into something more intentional or growing as you ascend into spiritual beingness. So yes, it could be the end of a marriage for some. I don't feel like that's what it's talking about, but take it how it resonates. And the main female could be you or somebody or the person you're dealing with. So this still can be for a male water sign or female. What I love to see is all the cards before we clarify, because they're amazing. You have an Ace of Cups, brand new emotional experience, which is what comes after the end of a cycle. You have the 10 and then you get the Ace. So a brand new emotional experience. For some of you, this is talking about also your gifts being enhanced at this time, your spiritual gifts. We have the Magician, Gemini, Virgo energy. So far, you're following your heart and manifesting from your heart. With the Child of Coins, which tells me the Child of Coins is it's opportunity coming in the 3D. It's also energy. So literally, you're creating from this new emotional experience, manifesting your heart's desires and turning it into something tangible in the 3D. In the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have number 23 all tied up, pertaining to number 35, pathway. If you look at the pathway card, there's butterflies, which butterflies for me is a symbol of change. Literally, you go from the little wormy guy to the cocoon, and then it's almost in essence like a phoenix rising. Like you go into this hibernation, you're shifting. It's the perfect analogy for talking about the ending of an old cycle. Like you live with this little worm, you go into your little, growth thing, and you emerge into a new cycle as a butterfly. But the all tied up tells me that you're either overthinking, you haven't made a decision, there's something holding you back. But I mean, make that decision, because you have the Ace of Coins, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, a brand new opportunity. I mean, you have 2 aces here, and whatever you're creating is ready. It's coming, but there's something that you're holding yourself back, whether it's fear, stress, anxiety, uncertainty. All of that is causing this from coming in at this moment. But as soon as you get definite and allow it, it will come in. All right, water signs, what is the Ace of Cups? Ooh, I like to see that. We have the 6 of Wands, the Ace of Cups, clarifying the Ace of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio on that, and the 3 of Cups. So the 6 of Wands is recognition, and it could be that you're in recognizing a new emotional opportunity, but for some of you, this following your heart is on like your templed path, and you're going to receive some form of recognition, be it public and or, family, spiritual, take it how it resonates. There is some kind of recognition taking place. pertaining to this brand new emotional experience. And it's a time to celebrate. For some of you, you're even calling in new soul tribe members, new friends, things of that nature. But you've gained a brand new perspective. And I feel like you're moving away from an old way of being emotionally, which ties to the thoughts, which is why we have the Six of Swords. And you're not going to go back. It's like a rite of passage. You're finally moving out of this old emotional cycle. This actually is interesting because we just did fire signs. They had a water sign in their reading, and it feels very similar to that. So if you're dealing with a fire sign, maybe go check that out. As I say that, fire sign on the bottom of the deck. So manifestation, what we are manifesting in alchemy with is the Moon card, Pisces energy, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Two of Cups. So the Moon card is a need to face your fears, right? Hence the all tied up energy. But I feel as though it's also you following your intuition, because it also talks about feminine energy and your spiritual gifts. In order to reap the rewards of the fruits of your labor and have your wish fulfillment, which is the Two of Cups. But I also feel like it talks about healing either a current relationship or one to come, because the World card could be that you're ending an old cycle and now you're going to marry this main female, or you're the main female marrying somebody. That's the new cycle. But there's something stuck. There's something where you're stuck in your head or tied in. What's the Child of Coins? Child of Coins is being clarified by the Hermit card, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Ten of Wands. Hermit is this spiritual going within, figuring out your true desire, your passion, your wish fulfillment. Not only that, but what you have faith in the future, and your true North Node. With the Seven of Pentacles, this is telling me that you've been planting the seeds and you're more or less waiting for them to harvest. However, I will say that the seeds you've been planting are coming from the Hermit energy, your true spiritual essence, your true higher self. And to let go of the old burdens, the things that have kept you stuck, stagnant, or in old cycles that just weren't fulfilling your nature. What's the Ace of Coins? Ace of Coins is being clarified by the Eight of Pentacles. This is what you've been putting forth work, energy, and effort into, this new opportunity, this new beginning. King of Swords in the reverse, and the Ten of Swords. So the King of Swords is specifically Gemini, but it's Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. You could have that in your chart or be dealing with something. But I feel like what you've been putting to rest, this King of Swords in the reverse is somebody who's very opinionated, very black and white. They don't think outside the box. They're very selfish. They have almost tunnel vision where you could like be showing them evidence right in front of their face and it's still no, it's my way or the highway. Sometimes they like to argue just to argue. They lack clarity and truth for the most part. I feel like what you've been putting to rest is that energy, because it's been stabbing you in the back, and it's something that you've had with you for some time. Maybe even since childhood, upwards of 10 years at least. But it feels very self-sabotaging behavior. Like almost doing the opposite of what your heart is saying, because it's like ego, fight or flight energy. And it's been creating, definitely in the past, heartbreak, heartache, but it's all the thoughts that you were thinking. And I feel like that's the work, energy, and effort you've been putting forth to shift out of that. I will also say with this transformative pathway, again, there's a need to take a step forward, to make a decision like, yeah, I worked for this. I want this. I'm definitely moving in this direction. All right. Water signs. 47. Number 47. Indecision is causing delays. And growth. I will ignite a spark inside you, inspiring greater depth and expansion. So I feel like this is the person that you're dealing with. They ignited a spark within you to grow. And it might not feel super comfortable, but it is definitely a good thing. So I'm going to shuffle, read the chat, and we will move on to earth signs with apparently no timestamps. I don't know why I feel weird, like, not having the timestamps. Like, it's not a requirement, I guess. I will figure that out, though. Maybe. Maybe I'll just enjoy not having to do the timestamps. Maybe. All right. Thank you guys for hitting the like button. I appreciate you. This is an interesting live. Because I feel like it's the least amount of people that has ever been in it. Which is fine. It is, you know, whatever. But I'm wondering if that's because of something... Like, I don't know if something switches when I use a different thing. You did! Leanne! I haven't talked to you in so long. Congratulations. I'm curious. Curious about your new place. Alone? You moved into a new place alone? Or... I don't know if that's something you want to put on blast. I don't think anybody knows where you are, but... Yay! By the way, I'm going to need your address because I have like 14 kittens. They're strays and they're just itty bitty, so they're not ready yet. But I'm going to ship you some because I just feel like giving a kitten is the gift that keeps giving. And you need at least 5. Or not. I mean... I'll poke little holes in the box so they can breathe. And then I'll leave some kibbles in there. And I'll stitch little diapers together. I'm just kidding. Not about having that many kittens that need a home, but... Well, see, if you get 5 kittens, they won't have, your adult kitten won't have a choice. I literally moved 2 kittens into my house from the last batch of strays. And my 2 adult cats had to deal, like, because I'm the boss. All right, earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. What you need to know. Whoa. I feel like every time Leanne joins and we have to do any kind of earth thing pertaining to Capricorn, an abundance of cards flies out. So you can all thank Leanne. Like an abundance. Okay, I'm getting, I don't even know who sings it. She works hard for her money, so you better treat her right. That's not, that's not necessarily how the rhythm went, but that's why I'm here, and there is no karaoke mic in front of me. Okay. Interesting. That's a lot. I think we need to take all of them. Okay. Earth signs, overall energy, what you need to know. We have number 28, victory. And number 50, angel of strength. Both Leo energy. Victory, success. Well, maybe they're not both Leo. One would probably be Cancer. Anyways, victory, success. And then being in your power or taking your power back. And it's pertaining to number 10, journey. So I like this. I like this a lot. You're on a new journey. For some of you, it's literally you're taking a trip. For others, it's a new life journey. For some of you, it could have pertained to a move, if you will. But this is an energy of feeling like when we're feeling victorious, in essence, it's like we know we did the right thing. We're in the right energy. We're feeling good. And with the angel of strength, we've taken our power back. So this is a new shift and journey. Even if you're doing something in the 3D, taking a trip or whatever, this is an internal energy pertaining to a new life journey you're on. We have the 9 of Swords. Fear, stress, anxiety, overthinking, sleepless nights. But what I do like is that it's a 9, and therefore we're about to hit that 10. In fact, we have a Queen of Swords. Libra energy specifically, but it could be Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. You could have this in your chart and or be dealing with a Libra or an air sign. I honestly feel like this is your energy, embodying this energy, but take it how it resonates, because this to me makes the 10, and it also brings in the balance, a new way of thinking and believing. For the 4 of Coins, this is about holding on to something. So we will find out what that's about when we clarify. But what I will say, for some of you, maybe you are holding on to a person. Maybe it's a mother figure or energy. I will say, though, that the Queen of Swords is somebody who is definitely seeking balance, and they are willing to cut out people, places, and situations that don't serve them. They also speak their truth. In the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have number 16, patience. That's a good old divine timing card. Pertaining to number 13, wealthy man. Honestly, you could be the wealthy man or be waiting to meet a wealthy man. This is happening in divine timing. There's something pertaining to needing to be, patience, but not overindulging or overdoing it. Just go with the flow. We have a 3 of Swords. There could have been some kind of a heartbreak situation and or, the 3 of Swords is a heartbreak, but it's because of the thoughts that you're thinking, old thoughts thinking, which we should have been shifting out of up here. We do have the Judgment card, Scorpio energy, which tells me that you're surrendering from this heartbreak situation or these thoughts and moving in a new direction. And that new direction is the 3 of Cups, which is celebration, maybe going out and mingling, partying. You're leaving some old energy in the past where it belongs. And I'm not going to clarify this, but I'm going to show you anyway. There's your Strength card, the Angel of Strength. That's how you take your power back. You leave this in the past. You don't need to think about it or bring it up or, whatever it is that you might have been doing. What's the 9 of Swords? Ooh, I caught that in between my calves. Okay. 9 of Swords is being clarified by the Knight of Wands, the Fool card, and the Page of Cups. I heard ready or not. And then I started hearing that song, but I don't know all the words. Maybe this means something to you, so look it up if it resonates. It's ready or not. Here I come. I'm going to find you and make you something. The Knight of Wands is passion, drive, desire, forward momentum with the Fool card. Aquarius, Aries energy of taking a leap of faith. That's the new cycle beginning with the Page of Cups, which I feel like this is passion, following the heart, but also new adventures when it comes to romance. Again, for some of you, there could have been an ending that you're getting over. The Nine of Swords is telling me that this is what you were fearing. Not like, I don't want to do it fear, but you know, the anxiety you get when you start a new journey, when there's something new taking place in your life. Kind of like, is this going to happen? And if it's a mother figure, maybe you've moved out of home from your mother and it's like your first time having to, I mean, that for me was like over like 30 years ago. I don't know how many years ago it was. A long time ago. So for, you know, but there are people out there who could be watching this that are like, you know, oh, it's my first time not living with mom and I have to pay my own bills and make sure I'm going to work and make sure I can afford food and, you know, that first time energy. We will clarify who this is, but in essence, that Nine of Swords energy, the Judgment card, again, has come out now. I like this. Scorpio energy, you decided to surrender and move in a new direction. And by move in a new direction, it means away from this, overthinking, overanalyzing, and fear. Towards the Star, wish fulfillment, but more than anything, faith in the future. And the King of Pentacles, which is you, Earth sign. That's you, taking your power back, being in your power. All right, what is or who is the Queen of Swords? I still feel like even if this is somebody you're dealing with, you're actually embodying the aspects of the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is being clarified by the Empress, Taurus, Libra energy. This is all about new beginnings. It is a time of fertility to turn your dreams into reality. It also talks about prosperity, abundance, definitely new beginnings, rebirth, if you will, as well. We have the Eight of Cups. That's emotional detachment. And the Seven of Cups in the reverse. So I feel like this is about you, emotionally detaching from that Nine of Swords. You also emotionally detached from another person, place, or situation. That's your rebirth. That's what made you like take that leap of faith, start something new, move in a new direction, and get rid of the wishy-washy, fear, stress, anxiety, the what ifs, the illusion or delusion that could have been preventing you from taking action previously. What's the Four of Coins? Four of Coins, what you've been holding on to, your alchemy, your manifestation. Gemini, Virgo energy. The Hanged Man, Pisces energy. And the Seven of Pentacles. Honestly, it feels like what you've been holding on to is your manifestation of creating a new perspective for yourself. This feels very spiritual growth, very ascension energy. And what you've been manifesting from this new perception. So, old perception, you know, is delusion or illusion. It's what if this happens, or oh, it could be this, but it's like cross-contaminating is what I call it, where it's like, I really truly want this, oh, but it'll never work. And so you get in this stuck and stagnant, and then things start creating, but it's like one good thing, one not good thing. And it's all delusion and illusion that you're creating for your own self. Here, with this new perception, I feel like you got rid of that old way of thinking and believing, whatever was holding you back. And that's what you created. You've manifested from this new perception. And now, wrong card. Now things are going, you're literally reflecting on the seeds you've planted, and it's about to be harvest time. It's like, in essence, feeling like you were holding on to faith, right? What is the Three of Swords? You either have air in your chart or you're dealing with an air sign, or both. That Three of Swords, that heartbreak, is being clarified by the King of Swords. Gemini specifically, but it's Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. The Two of Swords and the Seven of Swords. So this was the heartbreak, is the Two of Swords, being stuck between a few things. Self-deception, 100%, but it's unwilling and unable to make a choice. Now, for some of you, it's pertaining to an air sign or somebody who embodies this energy. This energy, the masculine energy, is somebody who's very, not so Libra energy. It's very cut and dry, very black and white, very analytical, very my way or the highway, very opinionated. And then the Seven of Swords, which is, for some of you, it feels like self-deception, but it also talks about that turning a plan to move in a new direction, that creating that plan or mapping things out for your future. I also feel like it was kind of like, do I stay in this self-deception or do I gain the clarity, truth, and wisdom to move out of it? And the reason I kind of chuckled is because we had the Queen of Swords on the bottom. So for some of you, I still feel like you are embodying on some level this energy, but also possibly dealing with an air sign or somebody who embodies that masculine air energy, which, there's nothing wrong with a Gemini. I'm just saying that they have a certain way about them. Oh, that's interesting. I'm going to have to take that off the bottom. Judgment, surrender and move in a new direction. When you decided to, okay, I don't even need to figure this out anymore. I am stuck and creating no progress in my life. I'm not going to do this anymore. That's when we have the Chariot, Cancer energy, victory, success, forward momentum, with the Page of Cups, following your heart. Nine of Swords, I feel like it's also talking about when it comes to romance, which to me feels kind of immature romance. It is a page. That this fear, stress, anxiety, and overthinking is what you had victory and success from, moving through all of that towards the Sun, the happiest card in the deck. It also could have illuminated the fact that this is a self-imposed prison that you've created from your own thoughts. But it's Leo energy. It is joy, happiness, abundance, prosperity, and creativity. This was on the bottom in reverse, which most of my cards are never in the reverse unless it was accidentally put back there. But this is you moving out of drama and energy leak, meaning giving your power away to people, places, and situations. No more. What is the Three of Cups? What are we celebrating? I mean, the whole reading. That's what we're celebrating. But let's ask the cards, shall we? Okay. The Page of Pentacles, a new opportunity. The Two of Cups definitely could have some romantic situation coming in for you, possibly with the wealthy man. Maybe it's a boss or a coworker. And then we have the Star card, wish fulfillment and faith in the future, and ascension and expansion. So this could be the start of something beautiful. Again, we have patience because divine timing's at play. So it doesn't mean it's happening tomorrow. But it does feel like once you've moved through all of this energy, or if you're in the process, that it is coming. It's something to look forward to. Okay, we have 3 timing cards and then one other card that could be your own energy and or somebody that you were dealing with, but we'll look at that in a second. Number 31, next couple of days. Number 57, timing is much farther in the future. And number 4, sometime in the future. So here's the dealio. In the next couple days, you could be actually meeting this person, but maybe it doesn't blossom into something more for some time in the future. Friends first. Plus, no need to jump from one situation to another. Gaslight. I will deliberately manipulate your perception of reality until you are doubting your own experiences and memories. So either this is what somebody was doing to you, and I mean that because you were allowing them to, from the energy you were possessing within, and or you were doing this to your own self, questioning your own self, questioning your own motives, like things of that nature. So take that how it resonates. I'm going to shuffle and move on to lay air signs. Thank you guys for hitting the like button. I appreciate you. I guess I should make sure that I have all the cards picked up before I start shuffling, yeah? That would be a good idea. Okay. Ooh. During the summer months, I might have to go on a smidgy earlier. I don't know. We'll see. Because it's already getting warm in here. And the ACs, both of the ACs are in a different room. So it's like, I think it's 87 degrees today, which I'm still starting early enough that the sun hasn't started warming up this side of the house yet, but I'm thinking out loud for the future, shifting the time. We'll see. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Happy Wednesday. That's interesting. I wonder if vertical lives get a different kind of like, I don't know, recommendation than the non-vertical lives. Final deck of the shuffle. And then we're going to move on to the final air sign. And apparently there's not going to be any timestamps, which somebody else can do it. I always do it. Maybe that's why there hasn't been as many views. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not highly concerned. It's just noticeable tremendously. All right. Oh, well, I like this better. So this is what we're sticking with. Air signs, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. What you need to know. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. What you need to know. Ooh, did 2 come out? No. Oh, interesting. I want to say somebody else got that card. The water signs did. How am I taking this? Air signs. Well, in that case, everybody better hit that freaking like button. Leave a comment. That's another thing. The comments actually stay when I do this live as opposed to the other one. The other one, the comments disappear from the live. Where if I clicked the right button, I believe I did, they will actually stay, which is nice. Well, as long as you're respectful, right? Anyway, all right, we are going to go into the air signs. Air signs that what you need to know. Number 45, man holding a heart. You could be this energy or you could be calling this into yourself. Now, I will say that it kind of flipped, so it could be upside down. I don't feel like it's meant to be in reverse, but you can take it how it resonates. In the reverse would mean that there's no love. However, this is number 16, thoughts. I think somebody's thinking about you, and or you're thinking about somebody. Take it how it resonates, male, female. There's an energy of love and somebody thinking of somebody else. And interesting, I love this card. I love this thoughts card because there's creativity there. We've got paintbrushes, which tells me that this could be a muse for somebody, like it's opening up some kind of creative channel. We have an Ace of Coins, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, a brand new opportunity coming in for the Queen of Swords. Well, who's the Queen of Swords? You are. Unless you're dealing with another air sign. But I feel like this is you. You have a new opportunity coming in, possibly a windfall of sorts. We will clarify. And it's looking a little life-changing with the House of God, the Tower card. I heard divine intervention. Interesting. Scorpio, Aries on the Tower. This is major changes taking place for you and new opportunities coming in your underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of. We have number 30, the Garden and the Gate. So I love this card. It's just so sweet and innocent. However, it's also pertaining to number 35, pathway, I should say. You have a new pathway that is opened up for you. Very transformative. It is, definitely life-changing. In fact, this could be what is life-changing, taking this path. But you're kind of overthinking it, maybe just a smidgy. Could be some fear, stress, anxiety. The Garden of the Gate is literally, she's built this beautiful little area. And it's little, but it's got her flowers and it's got her happiness and, her bird's nest and all of this. And it feels very comfortable. And then we see the butterflies. One is somewhat on the side, but not really. And then the other one is farther out. And to me, it's talking about a need to grow and change and move outside of your box, move outside of the comfort zone that you have been stuck in for however long. But there's fear and stress. And even if the comfort zone is chaotically comfortable, it's still that known energy. So there's timidness, there's fears, there's stress, there's anxiety, but there's a need to look that in the face. Oh my God. So I'm going to have to explain it. Well, I heard kick it in the crotch, but I'm going to have to explain that what just popped into my third eye was Pamela Pumpkin. I don't know if anybody's seen that, but that's the energy. And if you haven't, go look it up. I think it's a TikTok thing. But that's the energy you need to have when it comes to your fear, your stress, your anxiety. We have the Hanged Man, Pisces energy. There's a need for you to gain a new perspective. And I feel like follow your heart with the Child of Cups. Follow your heart. And also maybe gain a new perspective on love in general. All right, air signs. What's the Ace of Coins? Now that's playing in my head. Oh, if you haven't seen it, I'm sure you'll get a kick out of it. Oh, interesting. Well, that's interesting. So the Ace of Coins is being clarified by the Eight of Wands, the Two of Cups in the reverse, the Wheel of Fortune, Pisces, Sag, and the Star card, Aquarius. So remember when I said that there was a man holding a heart in the reverse? For some of you, this pertains to the fact that for some of you, this was an ending to a relationship. The reason I say that, not for everybody, we'll go both ways here. The reason I say that is because it feels like this new opportunity came in seemingly out of nowhere. And there could have been an ending to a loveless situation. It also does talk about, however, an awareness or an understanding that for some of you, there was a needing to heal your romantic energies, your love language, if you will, your relationship patterns. The Wheel of Fortune is progress being made seemingly out of nowhere. It's like jump starting something, windfall of sorts. And the Star card, that again, wish fulfillment, faith in the future, expansion. This is an opportunity that came in. And then we have emotional detachment on the bottom. So again, I'm going to read it both ways. For a lot of you, you emotionally detached from this man holding the heart. For others of you, I feel like what's needing to heal is your love style could be more emotionally detached, as opposed to being in your emotions. Like it feels safer to not be in the emotions. I'm not going to read the Queen of Swords because that's you. What is this House of God? Woo! I like it already. I like it. I love it. Okay. The House of God. The Lovers. Soulmate connection. Gemini energy. Soulmates don't have to be lovers. They definitely can be, but they don't have to be. Manifestation. Gemini, Virgo. 8 of Swords in the reverse. And the Justice card. Libra energy, balance. And then we have this Knight of Pentacles. So, the Ace of Pentacles, this opportunity that's coming in. Well, first of all, I feel like for some of you, there was an ending to an opportunity. For the ones that there was an ending, there's a new opportunity coming in. For those who this wasn't an ending, but kind of an understanding or awareness of a relationship pattern, I feel like there's truth and clarity coming in for you, and that something is upgrading, if you will. So the House of God, I feel like whatever this life-changing event is bringing in a soulmate connection. There's definitely alchemy, meaning that whatever you're creating, like your thoughts are turning to things, which is why I'm really happy to see that 9 of Swords in the reverse. Although, be careful because it might, the underlying energy is still kind of, so I almost feel like this card should be E. And when we manifest from this energy, we create that which it is that we are fearful for. So, we're creating from our thoughts regardless of what it is that we're thinking, which is why it's really important to know what it is that you're thinking and be on top of that. But I will say, at least in the reverse, I like seeing that you're manifesting, hopefully, from fearlessness, faith in the future, and balance, bringing balance into your life. This is the slowest moving knight in the deck, but it is very faithful and reliable. And they're coming in. Now, I feel like your soulmate could possibly be a fire sign, specifically Sag, but it's Aries, Leo, Sag. And this is something that is definitely coming in for you. Does not have to be romantic. It definitely can be, but I feel like this person's on your templed path. Air signs, what's the Hanged Man? There you are again. Nice. So you're gaining a new perspective on the 5 of Wands. Chaos, drama, conflict, energy leak, where you're giving your energy to things that you don't need to be. The Knight of Cups, loveless situations. So frankly, I feel like what your clarity is that A, you're not following your heart and you're sticking around situations, people, places, situations, jobs, friends, lovers, whatever, where there's a high level of drama. That's why I said, even though we feel safe and secure, it could be feeling safe in the dysfunction, feeling safe in the ick because that's just what we're used to. So therefore we feel comfortable in it, but it doesn't mean that it's healthy. I feel like your hanged man energy, you're getting clarity and truth on that. For some of you, you're receiving guidance, intuition, and downloads in order to face your fears and move through the moon, Pisces energy, towards the sun. I feel like it's illuminating your fears. And it's also illuminating that you do have guidance, your intuition, your higher source. Sun, Leo, joy, happiness, abundance, prosperity, creativity. All right, what's a Child of Cups? 1, 2, 3. Child of Cups is being clarified by the 8 of Swords, the Temperance in the reverse, and the 6 of Cups. Yeah, Temperance, Sag energy. I feel like this is telling you that your love language from the past, your safety and security from the past was chaotic. It was drama. It left you feeling stuck or stagnant or fearful or always second guessing or questioning. You probably had a tendency to dive right into relationships, friendships. Maybe you spilled the beans and told everybody your life story in the first hour. It's almost like you were looking for love in all the wrong places, and it stems from childhood. It's your shadow. It's okay, we all have a shadow. No judgment. We all have a shadow. So, air signs. Thank you guys for hitting the like button. I appreciate you. Air signs, number 21, July. Growth. I feel like this is when your soulmate's coming in. I will ignite a spark inside you, inspiring greater depth and expansion. So, who got this card? I want to say it was it water signs that got this card? Or, I don't know. I feel like this is when the soulmate comes in. Is in July. And I feel as though whether they're a friend, a coworker, it doesn't matter. A spiritual coach, somebody is going to ignite this growth and expansion from within. And I feel like it is definitely on, this person is on your temple path. So for some of you, it's a new love. For others, it's not. I definitely feel like somebody is thinking about you regardless. Or you're thinking about somebody. Take it how it resonates. All right. Thank you guys for hitting the like button, subscribing. I appreciate you. Ooh, I can see I have a really big vein, other side, bulging out of my neck. Oh, anyway. I will see you all on Friday. I don't know how anybody feels about the new setup on the live. I like it, so it's staying. It's staying. Anyways, no super chat, so I will see you all next time. I appreciate you. Thank you.